Baby, can you focus on me? 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 When something come into mind, that forgive me, like coming into the mind, what does it mean? It's coming to your mind so that you can focus in on it. And you have, that's why it's very important to see who's in your circle, who's your team, your counsel. Who's your counsel? Because your counsel is your reflection. And so they say that people got like 10 friends, 10 close friends. Everybody got 10 close friends. And to me, that's a lie, because I don't got no 10 friends. I only really got one real friend. The Holy Spirit is my friend. That's how I truly feel. And everything else outside of that, me and the Holy Spirit, is my reflection. And that's truly how I feel. That's how my brain thinks. So when a person tries to make me feel different, then that means it is going to make it, you're trying to persuade me to feel a way that you feel, right? Influence. Now, if you're a person that has this demeanor for a reason, everybody thinks how they think for a reason. They feel how they feel for a reason. So if you want to share, like, coexist and be united and have harmony, then you have to understand, so it won't be war and frustration and fighting. We're going to keep fighting until we come to a common ground of acceptance. And what is acceptance? Acceptance. What is truly accepting? Is it just accepting what do you stand on? Why do you believe in something? You don't believe everything that you hear. You cannot believe everything that you hear. People just don't. And everybody believes. Whether they know the terminology of it or not, everybody believes something is true to everybody. And what the issue happens is when one group of people feel like their truth is more important than this other people's truth. So we're gonna lie to these people over here, and then we gonna coexist. But they're not gonna know the full truth. And that keeps happening throughout history. That keeps happening. And that's why people lost. But you always have common factors. And when you have those common factors, I think that's when you need to focus in on the common factors. That we are love. And love is the only thing that's going to give us peace and harmony and understanding. There are different lines of communication. I am a line of communication. I stand for a group of people. I stand for a group of people. So you got to think, well, what's going to make you stand? What's going to make you not care, not give not give about anything that anybody got to say? Because you know how you feel, and you know how you feel and how you think. The brain is in here, actually. People, this is the thing. You know what you know. It's a knowing. It's a knowing. And then when you try to explain and communicate your knowing with somebody else's knowing, then that's when you need a language to communicate. And that's when all the technicalities come in and terminology. So if you don't speak their language, if you don't speak their lingo, if you don't know, then those key points of reference, those key words, in the beginning there was the word, what was spoken out. What was spoken out, what was actually said, and what call to action was applied there. Because what was spoken out, if it was just spoken out, it was just spoken out. But everything that's spoken out, it's real, And to some people, something is crazy, but to other people, and then they learn later, and then it's, oh, you got to get to know a person if you want to No. It's okay. It's okay to take your time and think on it. Ponder. It's ancient mysteries. There's been ancient mysteries for a really long time. You cannot deny the truth of something. You can deny it, but then it's mental, But what's mental? What's insanity to you? Because what's okay in one time period is then not okay at another time period. In one time period, they're chopping people's heads off and enslaving people, burning them at the stake. And then they kidnapping people and taking them to different countries and using them as pets, like dogs. Using these people like dogs. They're using these people like dogs, even though they're people. You putting a dollar amount on their head. To me, in my mind, because I have a gift and everybody does not speak my language. So I have to be very careful. That's why I don't be around everybody. And that's why I have to be, my line of communication has to be different. Art is different. Everybody not into art or the science of art. Art is everything, but there are different factors of art, just like there are different factors of science. Science is a language. You got some people in the church that's just like, oh, that's science. Science is the devil. How can science be the devil? You're literally saying that knowledge is the devil. Science. Science is see, and then that right there, when stuff happens, that's the trigger in the brain. When I say that's a stumble. That's a stumble. That's my mind recognizing a stumble, because I recognize that there is a missing factor in between my two forms of thinking, because I think this way, but I think this way too. That's why they have given me a label of bipolar. It's okay to have to take a moment to yourself. Everything is everything. You can believe this and believe that and truly feel it inside of you. But until you learn more on a thing, you're not going to be able to stand on it. When you know something, you can stand on it. You might not know the details. That's your belief. That's your trust right there. That's your trust, and that's your belief. With that being said, you can create anything. We are creators. That's right. That's right. That's right. All right. What's something? It's something that the point of reference. What are we about to talk about? So people was wondering, like, well, why you ain't start your podcast and all that stuff? Well, to people, it's simple. People been asking me for a really long time, why you ain't doing this and why you ain't doing that? Because they don't understand me and my walk and how I think and what I'm here to do. Every individual is brought to this earth with a particular purpose. And when they go to groups and organizations and socialize with people, they're doing that so that they can try to learn more about their calling and what their purpose in life is, their mission. Now, if that storehouse is not equipped with what they need, then they're probably not gonna keep coming back. And so they're probably not gonna eat. So if they do come and they come, that they don't feel like they're gonna be confused. If they're gonna be forever confused if they believe you're part of it too. But see, we got some other people out here that are so free that they like, I don't need you to define me, because I know who I am. I know what I've been through. That's why we free, right? We live in the freestyle. We don't need no name brand. We are the brand. We are the brand. We are the brand. Whatever you do, you're branding yourself. I don't want nobody branding me. You ain't putting your name on me. I am. I am. And I stand on what I am because I know what I know. And everybody individually has to dig with it deep in because you send signs to yourself. And then when it starts to come together, then you keep being with what makes you feel good. And I've been battling inside because I've been denying two different parts of myself, several different parts of myself. But that's why I focus in on the holistic aspect of life as a whole. Because then I can continue to grow and not be afraid. It's people scared to get out their house and live because they got so much anxiety inside, and that's real. And I can identify with that because I felt it. And I'm right there. When I go, I know what I know. When I go, I am trying to explain it to you. Now, is it important that I explain it to you? Because if I didn't have that, that's me. Slow your pace. Hold on. Because you might be saying something that you don't need to be saying yet. Because I know. So it's not how many words you say or how long you talk. It's what you say. And who is over there listening to it. And not just listening to it. Who is really receiving it. All the rest of that don't matter. We have to just play our part. Just play your part, okay? When somebody lost and they try to go over somewhere, it's let me get some help, You need a map. When you're trying to go somewhere and you don't know how to get there. I remember MapQuest. I used to print out the MapQuest before I, look on the computer, print it out, and then have the paper map so I could know where I'm going because I didn't really know the city. I didn't know how to get around. These days, people don't use no maps. My parents, they go by memory. They trying to tell me where to get, and even like my mom, she won't go. She only goes where she know how to get to. She don't like to use the GPS. She don't like, tell me where to go. Tell me where to go. She don't like that. She don't trust it. She trusts what she remember. Some people trust. Tell me where to go. Tell me where to go. This is new life, new technology. I understand it. Everybody not there. It's literally people stuck in their house and they scared to live. They scared inside. They feel these emotions and that's real to them. And because you look at them and you think that that's not real, that something's wrong with them, they're, no, that's real to them. It ain't nothing mentally wrong with them. But if it's wrong, then, okay, if you think it's wrong, then let's find the other balance of it. Let's find what's right, because nothing is wrong. It is what it is. Everything is what it is. This is the current climate of what it is. The weather. That was a forget me not for me, the weather. It's certain things that throughout history that people always come back to help them recall. Hello. How are you today? It's a beautiful day outside. Oh, it's raining. What's the weather like? Is the sun out? The Son of Man. Enlightenment. These are different languages of saying the same thing. Different paths in the brain. Different connections. And if you don't grow in a thing, then you're not going to make that connection, period. If you don't learn about a thing, then that new brain connection is not going to happen in your mind, whether good or bad. Good or bad to what you think is good or bad. Think about the whole spectrum of it. They call people LD. They have learning disabilities. What's a disability? Because really people that have mental challenges, they're really like the people that make this world work. They're really the people that are gifted. But people look at them like something wrong with them. They don't try to give them, what they need because they don't understand. In the gay community, people misunderstood. In the black community, people misunderstood. That's my dog. That's my dog. How do we start calling each other dog? Could it be because we saw ourselves as dogs? A pet to someone else? One class of people. Excuse me. One class of people being treated as a pet, like a dog, to another class of people. But we've been hybrid. We've been living together this whole time. That mentality, we never healed from it. If there was never a payment, if we never got any type of payment for having to go through that, and not even a payment, a clean slate. A clean slate is the truth of what really is real. And that's what everybody is looking for. What's really real? If y'all been lying to us about this and this and this, and y'all said y'all was going to do this and give us this and this, what's really real? Because that's not what I see. I see something totally different over here. But you want me to continue to try to make myself think something different? Nah. That's when you wrong, in my eye. What's real? What's really, really real? What's real? What's really, really real? Why are we so afraid? Why do we have anxiety and fear and all that? Because it's there for a reason. It's there for a reason. Definitely there for a reason. Definitely there for a reason. What's real? What's really, really real? Real don't have to define real. Real don't have to define real. So when you get to the point where you like trying to explain, when real is trying to explain real to real, it's a middleman. People are lost, and when they lost, that's why my heart is going toward the orphanage and elderly people, the baby boomers. I call myself baby. If that's what people called me, that means that it's a whole. And then the more that I learn on that thing, I learn that, and it's not even learned, the more, because I knew about the baby boomers. Of course, we all know about the baby boomers. But when you think on a deeper and different level, that's my mission, my business. I literally am making a business to cater to and serve the baby boomers. That's why I stand on that. People may not understand, but that's because you don't speak my lingo. You don't speak my language. But that's not for you to judge me, discourage me, or anything. If you in my realm, in my world, then you only gonna motivate what I know. Because I know what I know, and ain't nobody gonna tell me otherwise. How do I know? The Holy Spirit. It's not me. It's the Spirit. That's why communion and fellowship and praise and worship is important, because that's how you are ushering in the Spirit. That's why people don't recognize my spirit. because I'm different. It is a gift. You can think it's the devil or demon's work or witchcraft, or you can think that it's the truth. It's a whole community, and when people gotta define it, see, it got to the point where I'm asking people within the LGBTQ, because it's different now. They got all this different terminology, and they still doing research on it, and I'm like, it makes me uncomfortable. How can I once identify with the community being gay? I'm bold and confident enough to say I'm gay and scream it out loud and free. I got my liberty. But everywhere, it's like I feel the friction. I feel like I'm not making any genuine connections, because I don't know if people are not comfortable with all of me, and maybe it's because they don't know me. But then that forces me, I have to be outgoing. I have to explain myself, and so then the people who are real and that really know me, they like, Tay, you defending yourself. Come on, let's talk about it. So that's why I came to this point where I'm just like, let's talk about it. It's not that I don't need therapy. This is my therapy. They have different things called balls. The happy people. It's all color. It ain't black and white. Church is black and white. Religion is black and white. I live in the gray. Diagnosis is black and white. I live in the gray. People ask my favorite color. It's the rainbow. The rainbow. You want to taste it? I'm versatile. I got this different shades, and then different shades of the shades. When you go party at the gay club with the gay people, you go and hang out with the kids. Okay? It's something that is in them that recognizes something that is in them other ones, because they are the kids. They are the lost ones. The people that were thrown out like dogs to be, find their own way. I identify with that group of people. They bring me in and call me baby and love me as I am. And they help me. When you ain't got nowhere to live, when you ain't got nobody to talk to, they gonna come and they gonna try to meet you where you at and understand you on a language that they understand. They'll let you come and stay and stay in their house, and they don't even know you, because the real recognize the real inside of the real, and I trust your real. So when I trust your real, I know my real ain't gonna steer me wrong. People don't know that faith because they don't know. They don't. If you haven't lived something, you can't understand it. But that don't mean that no one else has empathy. You're not gonna know until you open up, But that's why people guard it. People are guarded because they need to be. You can't let anybody in. You can't tell everybody everything. You need to be guarded, but we will not be in fear. We don't have the spirit of fear. But we're open to more knowledge. That's what we are open to. But as we receive this new knowledge, we want accuracy, and we want updates. And if there is a leader or of a congregation or a group or a job of employment, and they're saying, whoever is the head honcho, whoever's saying, this is what I need, I don't know how it's going to work, but this is the need, and we got to come together and do what we need to do, and it'll trust in God that the rest is going to happen. And I'm seeing that happen in several parts of my life, and I'm wise enough to know that when this is happening, not just in one little second, that means you need to take more than one little second and just quiet yourself and put all them pieces together. Put the pieces together. Put the pieces together. Because people that are free, they don't want to have to explain themselves. And that's the only thing. You know, you don't want to lock in with a group of people, organization, and, you know, you can't be yourself in it. This is a line of communication. I represent a group of people. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. If the light is not inside of you, then people not going to see it. If the light is not inside of you, then people aren't going to see it. But if the light is inside of you, then people are going to see it. They may not understand it, but they're going to recognize it. Because everybody's light shines in a different way. You got to be the lighthouse. You got to be the lighthouse. But nobody can shine like you shine. I told my sister, we was on a cruise. They're going, forget me not. And we were getting ready to go to our the family dinner. Y'all know, if you've been on a cruise, they got the ball, the family night where you dress up and everybody go. And we were, you know, trying to get cute and everything. And everybody got their own and everything, you know. So my family, we fine. We different. We love different. Like, so, but it's still, with everything, it's a little competition and a little jealousy in there. That's why I rebuked it. But real recognize real. We get dressed and we suited and booted. You look good. Oh, you fine, okay? You looking good. But then my sister gonna come in here. I'm like, I noticed, but I didn't say nothing. But then I was just like, she was so overpowering that I was like, why you just always just got to be coming in outshining? You got to outshine everyone. And then I was like, outshine, outshine everyone, outshine, outshine everyone. And it was just like a joke, like an insider between us. But the thing is that I said that because our mother taught us from principles from the Bible of shining like a lighthouse. And I have different memories of lighthouse, and the importance of being a lighthouse to me. So we were able to connect on that. But what was it that was making her outshine? I smelt her. The fragrance. Our senses help to give us sense. Some people don't see. Some people are blind. Some people cannot smell. They don't know the therapeutic properties of fragrance. Smelling, tasting, eating, and hearing, touching, the touch. All of our senses help to give us sense. And if you don't, and some of us have like a deeper connection of sense in different areas, you know. So sometimes, you know, when you got a superpower, you can tap into that super, you know, and you smell something, and then that kind of goes into prophetic, you know. You can sense, or you can feel empathy. You can feel something. Like, I had to understand that sometimes when I'm feeling emotions, I'm not feeling my emotions. I'm feeling somebody else that I'm connected to. And if I'm feeling it, it's because I need to pray with them. You know, and that's how whoever's leading you know what they know. And so like, but if whoever's following you, if they take offense, it's because they recognize something that is where they had a guard up. It's some form of disconnect. And so unless they go deeper on it, they're not going to understand it. Because the offense, guard up. So unless they able to either dig deeper themselves or open up to receive, to hear a little more, then they're not going to go any further. So they got to know more. So that's why we got to be in tune. As leaders, we have to be in tune with the needs of who's following. Now, when you got just a couple people following you, then that's cool. But when you got a lot, when you're popular, you got a lot of people following you, you have to be more mindful and responsible of your gift. And that's why they hold celebrities and politicians and people of status. People of status with stature. That's part of stature. Grammar matters. Like, and it don't mean you're not dumb. See, I think people, it's like, and I say people is because I can relate if it pops into my head. Because sometimes I feel dumb because my word bank is not, I don't have a lot of words. So automatically, if somebody's using big words that you don't understand, why are you trying to talk to this group of people in a language they don't understand? If I want my people in the hood, I'm not going to be talking like, I can't be talking like, like I'm in class at school. And when I'm at work, I can't be talking like I'm in the hood. But see, now that social media is, and social period, as, media, and these platforms, virtual, I'm calling it virtual reality because I'm opening up on it. The virtual reality aspect of it. Making virtual reality, connecting virtual reality with actual reality. Stature definition. A person's natural height. I'm not short. I'm tall. A giant. A person's natural height. Importance of reputation gained by ability or achievement. Okay. Yeah, because I'm that's why. My truth goes a long way. It goes deep. So when people see me, I stand out. Your height. What is your spiritual height? What is in your gifting? And it can go a long way. It can go a long way. So when you have a great gift, then the enemy gonna try to come at you, and and try to wipe it out. I'm an encourager. I could pep talk you back into what's you, not into what's me. I could pep talk you back into what's you, and your purpose and what you believe in, because that's who I am. People want me to do a lot of stuff, and I didn't do it. I chose to just be me. And that's why I didn't really connect with a lot of people. I'm not even going to say that. I've always connected with people, but it's to what capacity? I can't share everybody with everything with everybody. They're not going to understand. I only want to share with people that are going to understand me. So, yeah, with that being said, I know who I am, and I know what I need to do. I have to create something new. That's what I've been doing, creating something new. The kids. We got to do it for the children, right? You got to do it for the kids, right?